But all right, Ann, let's finish this show up.
Speaking of Grocery Dive, Jeff Wells and team broke the news this week that Target's assortment is currently available via the DoorDash app in cities like Cleveland, Atlanta, Louisville, Kentucky, Charlotte, North Carolina, and Seattle, which is odd, Chris, because a Target spokesperson told Jeff and team at Grocery Dive that Target exclusively partners with Shipt to offer same-day delivery of online orders to millions of guests across the country. We do not, they said, have a business relationship with DoorDash. So what we have here is clearly the case of what some are calling ninja shopping, whereby the third-party delivery marketplaces are listing products of retailers without the retailer's knowledge, a practice DoorDash also acknowledged to Grocery Dive, which is exactly what they are doing.
That was my favorite part of the article. Like, they were so brazen about this. They're like, yeah, that's totally what we're doing.
Yeah. I talked to Jeff about this article.
Yeah, you recorded this article, right?
And, he was saying, he's like, Instacart did this a couple years ago, too. Like, this is not a new thing, right. But what do you think about this, Chris? Like, I got to hear your perspective.
Yeah, and we might spend some time on this one, too, because I think there's a lot of nuance to this conversation, too. But fundamentally, when I hear about this stuff, it irks the hell out of me.
Well, yeah, I'm picturing you, like, getting the call when you were at an executive at Target, and they're like, guess what, Mr. Chris? They're selling our stuff on DoorDash.
Yeah, it would piss me off.
Yeah.
I have a real problem with it because you're siphoning off value that I give to the marketplace by scraping my inventory off my website or my product information off your website. And that just feels kind of inherently wrong to me.
Okay.
But admittedly, Ann, I don't know where to draw the line on this. Like, I was thinking about, okay, like, where am I okay with scraping internet?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, okay, there's pricing services that scrape, your pricing relative to one retailer to the other, and the retailers pay for it. I'm like, okay, I'm okay with that. That
Your
makes sense.
Your customers are scraping the internet looking for pricing
Well, but
information.
hold on a second.
Okay.
Well, actually, I take that back. Why don't? Okay, so like, I kind of am peeved by this, but tell me why I'm wrong, because I think I know where you're going, but I think there's nuance to that too. So yeah, keep going.
Okay, this is mostly grocery, but
it could in theory be done anywhere.
It could be done anywhere, but specifically in these examples, it's mostly grocery items. But I think that you have a hard time being like the authorized seller of celery. Like, how can Target be like this? Like, this is the kind of stuff they're getting their grocery products. There's nothing ninja about this, Chris.
Well, there's nothing ninja about it. It's a stupid name.
No,
100%.
Everybody knows what's going on here. Retailers are just getting upset now that the convenience market has been democratized. This has been going on for years. People have had personal assistants that have been doing this. Your home designers are reselling product for you and charging an upcharge for going and picking it out for you. Like, this has been going on, and people were doing the same damn thing. They just weren't using technology to do it, and nobody was up in arms because the retailers were still getting the sales. So I think that, this is not, for me, I mean, I don't know. I don't see the problem.
So you don't have a problem with this at all. You're like scrape away, and especially because they're going into other businesses too. Like, Instacart and DoorDash have relationships with every other retailer now at this point, right? So like, you could in theory have this happening anywhere, any brand.
Right.
Your personal assistant argument kind of makes sense. Like, okay, you're just facilitating that at a greater scale.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, though, there's a difference in the first party data relationship in that situation. Like, your relationship with it's one-to-one, right? Like, it's not being assumed by this marketplace that then creates all those first party relationships outside of the retailer. What the retailer, like the personal assistant, like that assistant is still going to that retailer on behalf of that person, which is a more direct connection here as well that I think is just inherently different.
But I guess I don't understand that, because if you're going to have Instacart or Shipt or anybody like facilitating, I mean, Shipt is different because that's a hard one to like use for this example. But I think if you're going to use Instacart, which, lots of retailers are using, or DoorDash or Grubhub or whoever, you're already like losing that personal relationship. But what's the bigger risk here, I guess? Is it what's more important,
the
sales
but you're saying the retailer's choosing not to use them in this case. And so then then if they're scraping it, they're getting that relationship that they otherwise wouldn't.
Yeah.
And so that is a difference in data transfer and understanding your customer and what they want, which is kind of subversive to me in a way. But I don't know. I don't know the answer to this. I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the other issue is that, like, if there's a problem with your order, DoorDash in this case is the one that's hearing about it, not Target. So it's like they are doing something that justifies them having to like get an extra commission off of doing this. I think the Target is also like, again, what is more important to you, Target? Sales revenue or the direct relationship with the customer? And, you know, you're still getting your products in the hands of those customers and the potential of bringing them into a Target store and maybe they like got a good and gather product through DoorDash that they wouldn't have received otherwise. Like,
yeah, I mean,
there's no harm in this test. Like, it's good. It's better for everybody, especially for DoorDash. Like, if nothing else, they do this. They get Target to see that there's an interest in their services.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I'm not gonna get on the old man. I think I'm getting off the old man, get off my lawn kind of thing here with this, because in a way it's just like a different version of affiliate marketing, you know, in a lot of ways, but you're just not, I mean, and you're right. If they're doing this in that many cities, Target knows about it. Like the store manager is gonna be like, why is DoorDash's runner in this store picking products and then checking out? Like, it's so freaking
That's what
obvious.
I mean. There's like, what is the priority here?
Yeah. So you're right. I mean, maybe I'm too Clint Eastwood and Gran Torino on this one.